Part 1. In discovering strength after 60. As we get older, bodies go through changes. Some are expected, like graying hair or needing reading glasses. But some catch us by surprise, like finding it harder to stand from a chair, or noticing that the stairs we once climbed easily now feel like a workout. This isn't just getting old, it's often something deeper, something called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass that can begin quietly after the age of 60. And while it's common, it doesn't have to be inevitable. At Silver Health Talk, we believe in empowering you with information that's clear, trustworthy, and most importantly practical. Today, we're focusing on a little-known food that has shown promise in supporting muscle health as we age. You might already have it in your kitchen. You might walk past it in the grocery store without a second glance. But research is showing that it contains key nutrients that the aging body responds to, helping muscles repair, recover, and even grow stronger. Let's start with the basics. Your muscles rely on protein to maintain their strength. But after 60, your body doesn't process protein as efficiently as it once did. This condition is known as anabolic resistance, and it's one of the hidden reasons seniors may feel weaker even if they're eating enough. But the right type of protein, taken in the right form and amount, can help counter this resistance. This is where our special food comes in. It's rich in leucine, an amino acid that plays a crucial role in stimulating muscle protein synthesis. Now, this isn't about extreme workouts or heavy supplements. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to take care of you naturally and gently. Throughout this video, we'll walk through how sarcopenia works, why this food helps, and how you can start incorporating it into your daily life. Because strength isn't about lifting heavy things, it's about living the life you love, with freedom and ease. Stay with us. There's so much more to discover, and every insight brings you one step closer to reclaiming the strength and balance you deserve. Part 2. Understanding sarcopenia, the silent thief of strength. Muscle loss doesn't happen overnight. It begins gradually. A little more stiffness in the morning, a little more hesitation before rising from the couch. You might chalk it up to age or inactivity, and in part, that's true. But the full story goes deeper. Sarcopenia, the term for age-related muscle loss, affects nearly 1 in 3 adults over the age of 60. It doesn't just reduce strength, it impacts balance, coordination, and your ability to move with confidence. And yet, most people never hear about it until it's already affecting their lives. At Silver Health Talk, we believe that awareness is the first step to wellness. So, what causes sarcopenia? As we age, our bodies become less responsive to the signals that normally build and repair muscle. Even when we eat enough protein or stay moderately active, the internal systems that once worked efficiently begin to slow down. That's anabolic resistance, your body's reduced ability to build new muscle from the foods you eat. Compounding this is a gradual decline in hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, which play a role in muscle regeneration. Add in lower activity levels, inflammation, or poor sleep, and the risk only grows. But here's the hopeful part. While sarcopenia is common, it is not irreversible. Modern nutrition science has revealed that certain foods, particularly those rich in specific amino acids like leucine, can wake up those sleepy muscle-building pathways, even in older adults. The key is finding the right kind of protein, in a form that's easy to digest and absorb. You may be wondering, is it too late for me? Absolutely not. Muscles remain responsive to nutrition and activity well into your 70s, 80 seconds, and beyond. In fact, the body is remarkably adaptive. When supported with the right fuel, the right rhythm, and a gentle routine, it begins to repair itself. Our focus today is on a single, nutrient-rich food that delivers exactly what aging muscles need. This isn't some exotic supplement or costly superfood, it's natural, accessible, and backed by growing evidence for its role in healthy aging. As we move forward, we'll explore this food's unique benefits, how it interacts with muscle biology, and how you can make it part of your daily life in a simple, sustainable way. Because growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. Sometimes, it just means getting smarter about how you care for yourself. Let's talk about the food, the one that might already be in your refrigerator or within easy reach at your local market. Eggs. Yes, something as familiar and humble as a whole egg. Especially the yolk carries remarkable nutritional value for aging muscles. It's not flashy, it's not complicated, and it's certainly not new, but it's one of the most complete sources of natural protein available. What makes eggs especially powerful for seniors is their high leucine content, the amino acid your body needs most when fighting sarcopenia. Leucine is like the ignition key for muscle protein synthesis. When consumed in adequate amounts, it signals your body to start building and repairing muscle tissue. And unlike other protein sources, eggs are easily digested, gentle on the stomach, and absorbed efficiently. One large egg contains about 6 to 7 grams of protein, along with vital nutrients like vitamin D, B12, selenium, and choline, all of which support energy, brain function, and immune health. But it's not just about nutrients. It's about what happens inside your body when you give it the right tools. Studies have shown that older adults who consume higher leucine meals, especially during breakfast, experience better muscle maintenance and even gains in strength. Eggs, when paired with light, movement, and sufficient rest, can literally change the trajectory of your aging process. At Silver Health Talk, we aren't interested in fads. We're interested in what works simply, consistently, and safely. Eggs have stood the test of time, and now, we're seeing exactly why. So if you've overlooked them or cut them out of your diet in the past, it may be time to reintroduce them not just as food, but as a form of gentle medicine for your muscles. In the next part, we'll explore how and when to eat eggs to maximize their muscle-supporting benefits and why timing matters more than you might think. It's not only what you eat that matters, it's when you eat it. Especially after 60, your body doesn't distribute protein evenly throughout the day unless you intentionally guide it. That's why timing your meals, particularly your first meal, can make a significant difference in how your body maintains muscle mass. Most older adults consume the bulk of their daily protein at dinner, but research suggests that muscle synthesis works best when protein is evenly spread across breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In fact, starting your day with a high-protein meal is one of the smartest things you can do for muscle preservation. This is where eggs truly shine. A breakfast with 2 or 3 eggs can deliver 15–20 grams of protein, plus that important leucine trigger to signal your body it's time to rebuild. Consider pairing eggs with foods that support muscle metabolism even further, such as lightly sautéed spinach or kale for magnesium and vitamin K, a small portion of oats or whole grain toast for sustained energy, and a glass of water or herbal tea to support hydration and digestion. The morning is also when your muscles are most responsive to protein after a night of fasting. This makes breakfast a critical window, especially for those over 60, to stimulate muscle growth and recovery. And if mornings are challenging, start small. Even a boiled egg or a soft scramble can set the tone for better strength and steadier energy throughout your day. At Silver Health Talk, we encourage routines that honor your body's natural rhythm. Gentle, steady steps lead to lasting health, and your breakfast is the first step in that journey. In our next segment, we'll look at what happens inside your muscles when they receive enough leucine and how it connects to energy, balance, and independence. Leucine may sound like just another nutrient, but what it does inside your body is nothing short of remarkable, especially as you age. Think of leucine as the spark plug that lights up your muscle-building engine. When enough of it reaches your cells, it activates a key pathway in your body known as the system that tells your muscles it's time to grow, repair, and strengthen. Without enough leucine, this pathway stays quiet. Muscles don't get the message. They remain in a resting state, slowly breaking down over time. This is what happens in many older adults, even those who eat enough total protein. It's not just the quantity of protein that matters, it's the quality and the leucine content. Eggs, as we discussed, are uniquely rich in leucine. But what's more, their protein structure is considered highly bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use it more effectively than many other sources. This has a direct effect on how strong you feel when you walk, climb stairs, or rise from a chair. Muscles don't just give you strength, they give you independence. They help stabilize your balance, protect you from falls, and keep your metabolism active. Even your brain benefits, as movement and muscle engagement stimulate circulation and cognitive function. The body works as a system, not in isolation. And when you nourish one part like your muscles, you nourish the whole. At Silver Health Talk, we see muscle health as a foundation for graceful aging. Not about looking young, but feeling capable, steady, and free. In the next part, we'll explore how movement and protein work together, and how even gentle daily motion can multiply the benefits of the right foods. Nutrition alone won't build muscle, just like a seed won't grow without sunlight. The body needs motion to activate the benefits of leucine and protein. Without it, even the best diet may fall short. But here's the good news. You don't need intense workouts to make a difference. In fact, for most adults over 60, it's light, consistent movement that creates the best results. Just standing and sitting from a chair, walking slowly for 15 minutes, or lifting light household items can be enough to signal your muscles. Stay alive, stay strong. This process is called muscle protein synthesis, and it happens most effectively when two things occur together: a stimulus, like resistance, or movement, a signal like a meal rich in leucine. When you time these together, say, by taking a walk or doing gentle leg lifts after a high-protein breakfast, your muscles respond. They grow. They hold onto strength longer. This isn't about weightlifting or athletic training. It's about maintaining the ability to rise from bed without help, walk to the mailbox without fear of falling, stand and cook with confidence. At Silver Health Talk, we believe strength is not about muscles, it's about mobility, the ability to move freely, independently, and safely. So start small. 10 minutes of motion after breakfast, standing stretches during the day. Even resistance bands or water bottles used as light weights can gently reawaken muscles. Food powers your body, but movement tells it what to do. And your body, even now, is listening. It's not just your body that feels stronger when muscles are nourished, your mind does too. Sarcopenia doesn't only lead to physical weakness. It's often tied to emotional decline as well. When you lose physical strength, you may begin to feel less confident going out alone, more hesitant to join activities or social events, quietly fearful of falling or being seen as frail. Over time, this can lead to isolation, even depression. But by restoring muscle mass, even modestly, we often see a return of something deeply human. That's what strength really is. The quiet knowing that you can rely on your own body, even in your later years. Interestingly, studies have shown that increased muscle mass in older adults is associated with better balance and coordination, fewer falls and hospitalizations, improved mood and resilience. This isn't just physical, it's emotional health through biology. And it starts with small steps: nourishing food, light, daily movement, and the willingness to try again even after a long time of feeling limited. You're not too late, you're not too old. At Silver Health Talk, we see aging as a journey, not a decline, and every journey begins again with a choice, the choice to believe in your body. And let's take the next step. Many adults over 60 don't realize they're under-consuming protein, not because they eat too little, but because of how the body changes with age. Here's what often happens: appetite decreases, digestion slows, absorption of nutrients becomes less efficient. Even if you're eating meals with some protein, your body might not be breaking it down or using it as well as it used to. That's why quality matters more than ever. Eggs, as we've discussed, are a strong start, but you may also consider low-fat Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, legumes paired with grains like lentils and rice, whey or plant-based protein smoothies for mornings when chewing is difficult. But here's the key: spreading your protein intake throughout the day is vital. Instead of eating one large protein-heavy dinner, aim for 20-30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal. Your body needs regular signals to keep building, not one large burst at night, and hydration supports this process too. Muscles are about 75% water. When dehydrated, your cells don't absorb nutrients well, and muscle repair slows, so drink water regularly, eat intentionally, move gently. These are the quiet tools of strength, especially after 60. And at Silver Health Talk, we're here to help you use them. We often think health is built in big moments, doctor visits, exercise programs, big lifestyle changes. But most of the real transformation comes from small, repeated actions. Choosing eggs over toast for breakfast, taking a walk while the kettle boils, standing from your chair without using your hands once or twice a day, lifting a small weight, slowly and mindfully. These may seem too small to matter, but they compound over time. One egg every morning adds up to over 30 powerful breakfasts a month. One short walk every afternoon equals 7 hours of movement in a single month, with no gym, no equipment. Consistency is stronger than intensity, especially as we age. The body needs predictable patterns to stay strong and steady, and you're allowed to start wherever you are. At Silver Health Talk, we've seen firsthand how seniors transform their strength, energy, and outlook not through extreme routines, but through habits that fit comfortably into daily life. This is your time, not to do more, but to do better, with less strain and more grace. By now, you understand the key ideas. Sarcopenia is real, but reversible. Leucine-rich foods like eggs support muscle health. Movement is essential. Even light, regular movement. Timing your meals matters. Your body responds to consistent, gentle habits. But more important than any single fact is this: your body is still listening. Even now, in your 60s, 70 seconds, or 80 seconds, your muscles are waiting for your next message, through food, through movement, through care. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to begin. Start with a better breakfast. Add a 5-minute walk. Keep water by your chair. Listen to your breath. Stretch your legs. Smile at the effort. You're building something, not just muscle, but momentum. And with momentum comes energy. With energy comes independence. And with independence comes peace. At Silver Health Talk, we honor this stage of life, not as an ending, but as a powerful new phase. One guided by wisdom, experience, and strength that comes from within. Let's move forward together. When you think of muscles, you probably picture arms, legs, or the core. That helps you sit up straight. But what many people don't realize is this: your muscles are also metabolic organs. They aren't just for movement, they help regulate blood sugar, burn energy, and maintain healthy body weight. The more muscle you have, the more efficiently your body uses energy, even while at rest. So when muscle mass declines, as it often does after 60, your metabolism slows too. This can lead to increased fatigue, weight gain, and a higher risk of insulin resistance. This is why supporting your muscles is also supporting your overall metabolic health. When you consume a protein-rich breakfast, like 2 eggs, and follow it with a light walk or simple household movement, you're not just helping your legs or arms. You're signaling your body to keep your internal systems active and balanced. And when this becomes a daily rhythm, protein, movement, hydration, your body responds. Blood sugar levels stabilize. Energy becomes steadier, sleep improves, even mental clarity can sharpen. At Silver Health Talk, we want you to see your muscles not just as a part of the body, but as the engine of aging well. And just like any engine, it runs best when cared for with regular fuel and gentle use. You may have asked yourself, why did this happen so quickly? 1 month, you're moving with ease. The next, it feels like your legs weigh more than they should. The sense of sudden weakness can feel frustrating and confusing, but here's what's happening beneath the surface. Muscle loss is gradual, but it crosses a threshold. Once you lose a certain amount of muscle mass, your body begins to feel the consequences in a dramatic way. Your posture may shift, joints may ache, you feel more off balance, even basic activities become tiring. This tipping point is often what gets noticed, not the slow progression that led there. The good news? It can be reversed, or at the very least, slowed dramatically. With proper nutrition, protein timing, and consistent motion, many older adults report feeling stronger and more stable within just a few weeks. But the first step is believing that change is possible. At Silver Health Talk, we meet people at this moment, the point where weakness feels too fast and confidence feels too far away, and we walk with them, step by step, toward recovery. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. And you deserve to feel that progress for yourself. You don't need a gym to build strength. You don't need special equipment. What you need is a simple routine that you can repeat consistently, at home, in comfort, and without pressure. Here's one example we often share with our viewers at Silver Health Talk. Morning routine, 5-10 minutes. Stand up and sit down from a chair, slowly, 5 to 10 times. March in place gently for 1 minute. Reach both arms overhead, then down to your knees, 10 repetitions. Stretch your calves by leaning against a wall or counter. Evening routine, 5 minutes ankle circles to improve joint mobility. Seated leg lifts 10 on each side. Shoulder rolls to relieve stiffness. Pair this with a breakfast that includes eggs, Greek yogurt, or a light protein shake, and you have a complete daily formula for muscle support. No stress, no noise, just quiet, steady practice. That's the kind of strength that stays. One challenge many older adults face is not seeing the progress right away. Unlike dramatic before and after photos or weight loss stories, muscle recovery after 60 is more subtle. It's often felt before it's seen. You may notice, rising from a chair feels easier. You have more energy in the afternoon. Your balance improves slightly. You're sleeping better at night. These are real signs that your body is responding. You may not see bigger muscles. You may not notice a dramatic change in the mirror, but what you're building is deeper than appearance. You're building resilience, the ability to keep going, to stay upright, to stay independent. Muscles aren't just tissue. They are your support system. They carry your body, yes, but also your confidence. So trust in the process. Let the results come at their own pace. And keep choosing, each day, the foods and movements that serve you, because the strongest changes are often the quietest. Let's be honest, losing strength doesn't just affect your body. It can bring up feelings of fear, shame, or even grief. You might feel frustrated that simple things are harder now, or discouraged when others don't understand how much effort it takes to move. This emotional burden is real and often overlooked. But here's the truth we hold close at Silver Health Talk. Your worth has never been tied to your speed, your size, or your strength. You are valuable because you are you, and because you are still here, still breathing, still trying. What we offer through nutrition, movement, and mindset is not just muscle support. It's emotional freedom, the freedom to feel strong again, the freedom to stand up with pride, even if slowly, the freedom to trust your body again. And that freedom begins by letting go of blame and beginning again with kindness. A meal, a walk, a stretch, a breath. That's enough to start.